Hello there and welcome to today's league match. Maybe, except I'm having some trouble. Annoying. And has been, okay, there it went. Okay, I had some trouble there. Hopefully it doesn't continue. Was doing this to me yesterday, so probably it will. I hate this website. So, what do we have? With a 5-2, there is highway stuff. With okay, there's Astrolabe. Legionary. With a sheep. It's kind of tough. The draw's pretty weak. So you can do some Prince stuff to short up. I almost wonder if you get the Legionary just to start. I wonder if the attack is worth it, or if you just kind of ignore it. It's gonna be a pain, probably. Three, 4 looks much better. I mean, it looks a little better. It's not terrible, but what does Peril do? Okay. It's a nice Ironmonger hit. Well, I guess it on turn 4 where your workshop missed, it's not as exciting. There's a buy highway. I'm not like so crazy about that, but whatever. I mean, I can contest the highways pretty hard, but I don't know if that's where the value's at here. You don't need that many. You need 4, but in some senses, the Ironmongers are more important. Okay. You get nobles before the shuffle, which potentially is a pretty big deal. Especially if an Ironmonger finds it. But I'm like, I think I'm a little behind. Though the shuffles will just be crazy enough that it's kind of hard to say. This order is very strange, right? There's still an Ironmonger in hand, I believe. I mean, I guess if you've already decided that you're going to play it as Way of the Sheep, then it's not that weird. But maybe it's not that weird. They have hopefully they don't have $4. And just buy an Ironmonger or something. Okay. Alright, let's put... I'm trying to think, is this shuffle like reasonable to trigger? Like if there's a nobles in there, it's probably reasonable to trigger, right? Or at least, you know, not unreasonable. That means the bottom here is 2 nobles. Sad times. There's a world here where I get it all, you know. I do still have a little bit of a gain advantage here. This was a sad bottom deck. But that's okay. They may be able to gain and play. Like you gain an astrolabe here. Maybe they're out of draw. Otherwise, this looks pretty bad. Like if you do have another cantrip here, you should do some gain and play. Whatever it is. You could get another workshop or get an astrolabe. I would probably have opted for the astrolabe, but they're not my favorite move ever. If they do have... Maybe they don't. Well, they at least have another nobles, right? Maybe not. The highway buy I don't super love. So they're still at 2 gains. Which means I can take the 2 nobles here and it's safe because I'll have a points lead. I mean, okay, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here, aren't I? You know. Okay. And especially... Okay. So... What do we have here? Yeah, so I can do double nobles province. Which looks pretty good to me. If I draw a deck, I think it just wins anyway. Like, of course, can double province here potentially, but if they if I draw a deck, then I'd still win because province double highway wins for me. They're gonna have double province, but 5-3 noble split's pretty nice here. They do add the we can just find any nobles hits. Well, okay. Okay. Well, I guess I just lose. I don't know. I guess I just lose. Yeah, okay. This is my life. Maybe I should play the highways first. I don't know. I don't know if there's like a correct order on the Ironmonger stuff. That's really depressing, actually. They just have to find the workshop. They hit that's infuriating. But what do you do? I mean, I could have certainly played the highways first and drawn the highways, but you don't know. It can work out. Well, that was okay, we got a mental reset from that one. That was not good. Okay, so here we have, well, there's draw. It's a little weird. It's not that weird, but it's a little weird. And then you like Potion Hermit. Didn't certainly build here. I had a great opening hand too for that one. I had 3 Ironmongers, which is like, I mean, as good as I could ask for. I think that was the real thing, is that I had very high hopes for the turn just on the 5-card hand, and then it was completely disastrous. It's one of those spots where the highway reveal, well, like one highway reveal is probably good, but after that, copper would be much better, even though copper was like not a great one. All right, I'm thinking about the previous game, even though it is done. I don't think there was a 12. Guess I'm just gonna get a second hermit. You can do a lot of madman stuff here. Like a lot of like a really large amount of madman stuff here. Like a pretty incredibly crazy. I don't really like the stables all that much. I would have probably gone with band or rail carriage. But whatever. My university misses. My hermit missed the first one, then my university misses, and we're just everything is bad. The madman misses. It didn't miss a shuffle, I guess, but it did. Which is a bummer. I'm sad. Of course, it's getting pinged because she didn't fill out the check-in form. Which, you know, you can just fill it out. Just do it. I'm so sad. Now they're gonna start. Oh no, they did. Okay. Course missed her Madman too. Maybe even it's bottom decked. Yes. This is really crazy order actually. I'm confused. It like the when was the Madman? Let's see. Let me check something. Turn 5. Did her Madman also miss? I really wasn't paying that good attention. Okay, so she had a similar draw to me. Maybe that was the first. The Madman. I think you go for more cards with the Madman. I don't think I liked that very much. Do I? I don't know. This is gonna get out of hand one way or the other. Hopefully in my favor. She doesn't have Madmen now. You don't have to have, but they're pretty good. I think I have Madman in the bottom 5. Well, we find it. It's a pretty stupid pile out at the point where you just make the pile out because it just runs. Pretty sure. Oh. I don't know if I could do it on my turn. I probably don't have the overdraw for that, but. Oh, I dislike this. You should get the Madman. This is bad. I'm confident it's bad. I'm gonna probably lose to it, but I still feel confident that it's not good. Maybe I'm wrong, but you can easy dud. Hopefully she dudded. I don't know. Unfortunately, I didn't find the other Madman. The bummer. If she does, we maybe still have a shot. It's really banking on finding this. This is an easy turn to dud. Probably isn't gonna dud. Just hear grimacing. You can't see it, but I am grimacing. What do you do here? Just gotta. If she draws a pile out, happens anyway, or does it? I mean, maybe not quite. So the same question, I guess, applies to me. The hope was that we would gain like 3 madmen here or something, but this is looking duddy. Very good, very good. Oh, and they lower. Okay, perfect, beautiful. I love it. Wonderful. Do we call here and get the bigger hand size now? We also get the 4 points. We have the band. So we have to empty some piles. We have 2 madmen. We still have 2 madmen. How many do we draw now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've drawn 7. We don't at least play the stables. Whether I'm trying to think whether I put the royal carriage down for it. I may be overestimating what I can do here. Though it feels doable, right? In my mind, at least. We can chain a good number of the universities. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Okay. How many cards do we draw now? Like a lot. Should we do one of them? There are currently 5 cards in there. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13. So for the ace, we can play 4 more gainers. Or we can play the hermits. It's okay. Oh no, it's just this. Well, that's... Actually, I should have just played the stables. Actually, should just play the stables, I think. When it was like that. Maybe not. We got to remember to buy something. To buy a card. Because otherwise the hermits all go back. All right, I'll take that. I was a little behind there. And, well, she wasn't doing the Madman stuff. I didn't like it. I actually don't know that I was behind. The double stables by then there was terrible. Like you would much rather have 2 Madmen or 3 Madmen. She played at least 2 or 3 hermits. You'd much rather have those than the stables. Anyway, I didn't like it, but she was probably a little ahead. Anyway, it's good to get one back. Okay, so what am I looking for here? There's crop rotation, pickaxe. There's Herald. Herald's the only real kind of draw. Well, Captain. Not very good. Very good openers here. Basically at all. The openers are pretty bad. You can either do double silver, or you can do like a settlers or a pawn, I guess. I think I'm gonna do a pawn. Silver. 5-2 would be good. 5-2 would be very good. Any of pickaxe, merchant ship, or merchant guild would be pretty nice in the opening here. I would probably even go with merchant ship, to be honest. It gives you maybe the best shot at hitting 6, and then there's honestly it's just pretty good here. So I mean, just at the start for getting the money stuff, because the things you want to buy are pretty expensive. Merchant Guild pickaxe have nice synergies, though of course it anti-synergizes with the draw that's here, so not much of that. But you still kind of want the pickaxe for the trashing of the coppers, which are really bad, even though that's a pretty weak effect. I don't really love the tools, though. I mean, I like tools here a lot. I guess I just don't know if I like it. I'm going to put the captain in just because, well, this is like the saddest crop rotation of all time. I pickaxe. I honestly kind of like having the crop rotation better than the estate trashing. I mean, I think the pickaxe is fine, but I almost think you do copper trashing. But what do I know? Okay. I mean, there are actions in here, so I guess I will just cantrip it. And then this is unfortunately all the estates. We're going to get to tools of captain after playing one, which is nice. And then the tools, I guess, will just be captain, super captain gainers. Course has a real mix of cards already, which is nice. Oh, I gotta remember it now. I think it's still worth it to just really slam down the captains, even though they are going to get a little bit out of it. Do I need the money? The heralds are pretty likely to miss, but the pawns, of course, give me a little bit of cash. But if I already have enough to buy the thing I want to buy, then it's not that important. We could get us loot. Could go later with the amphora here, actually. I'm trying to think. It's not like that good now. And it might be pretty nice later. We also could trigger the shuffle before doing the crop rotation. That's not really clear what's good since you want some green in there anyway, but we could also get a guaranteed card draw. Could resolve the amphora. I think I'm going to trigger before and then do the crop rotation. Okay. We could leave this state. Now the question is, do we get the Merchant Guild? No. I don't really want to play a loot deck. I think we'd rather do the Merchant Guild. So like Merchant Guild Crown is probably pretty good. I also do have a points lead, which is not nothing here. All right. All right. All right, let's go ahead and crown the captain. We could take... Oh, we already have the buys. Let's just herald and see if we get to anything. We don't get to anything the way it goes sometimes. We could... I'm going to do this. Maybe I should have gotten a captain. They'll probably get the other two captains. Alright, I'm gonna trigger again here. Ooh, that's nice. I guess I could have done the settlers. Maybe I should have done the settlers trick again. We are slowly but surely killing off this junk. Crowns are good. You could go super buys. What does that even mean? I just said it like it means something, but crown. I don't know if we need more merchant guilds or if we should just add in drawn. Like if we get the thing that Chorus could try to do is empty the heralds, which would definitely suck for me. Okay, we're gonna get that. But doing it, of course, is not trivial. And takes, I'm not gonna do anything to help that, so. If I had another captain in, I guess I can, I wish you could just undo that kind of stuff. If I had another captain in hand, I could go crown, crown. There's a bit of, there's some chances here that I really would like to, these were pretty bad. They were okay. Could have been worse. Okay. So we're gonna crown the pickaxe. I guess we could crown the amphora, but gotta be better to crown the pickaxe, right? I feel like I bottom decked like captain and we don't have piles yet, do we? Look, we bottom deck guild and 2 captains, but I don't know if it's 2 captains. I don't think I've. Well, I don't have 6 of them. What should we do here? There's not like a huge reason to green, though it also doesn't hurt me that much. Are we in? They don't have the bias, right? We're not really at risk of a pile out, are we? I think I can crown tools. I guess we could buy the pawns and a province. Then it is probably totally safe. It was like Captain Merchant Guild Settlers, or maybe Copper. Spell scroll is pretty nice here. Get extra coffers, a couple different ways. And she didn't draw a deck. Province. This is probably close to a win. This is like really close to a win. That's just sick. It's just $21. Like if we draw any more buy, we are holding 5 buys. Okay. So now we need to count the money, I guess. We need $21, right? Right, one. This is 6. This is 15. 21. So we have 17. Going by gets us to, or we would need to do action buy, I guess. We would need to draw $0 from the settlers. Right, that would fail. Okay. It's possible. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's certainly possible. We also don't have to like pressure this. We can triple province and that's fine. Of course isn't, I don't think, going to triple. Well, she could. How many? It would need to be like 2. It's kind of scary. We can take action by. Okay, we made it. So we just make it kind of barely, in some sense. I don't like the crop rotation skip at all. And then you're trashing the estates. I mean, those trashed estates are what made that pile out here. Again, I was not in a bad spot. I could have just done Herald and probably produced a lot more money, but and triple province or quad province possibly. Well, this is a particularly bad 5-2 because there are no twos. The fives are not super great openers on a 5-2 anyway. And also, one of the fives actually costs 4, so I always think this Jeep should move it. It'll probably never happen, and honestly, it probably will never happen because no one will do it. Not because people think it's a bad idea, but I would much rather have the cheap card be slotted into wherever it would be with its reduced price. I wonder if Bandit's okay here on the opening. Probably not. I mean, you can do a Souk Vault thing pretty easily. There's so many villages. So maybe Vault is the open. I don't know. Not a good 2-5, but it's workable. Just go Vault. I think this scheme buy is fine. It is nice I do have the Vault here immediately, so I can in fact block the actually, what order does the trashing stuff come into play? When any other player gains a card. So you get to order it. Maybe I should trash here. It's just one trash though, so maybe it's not that exciting. I don't mind top decking here. We will have enough for Vault or good Souk trash. There's definitely something to be said for keeping the estates. If our deck is premised around like playing the Vault at the end of our turn, then the cobbers aren't any better than the estates. Now, that won't be true every turn during the middle of the game. Hopefully by the end of the game it is true. But it won't be true during the middle of the part of the game. The question is like, how long does that middle part last and how bad is it to have them during that period? Because you do need to buy some 4s. Like you can have little hands where you need to buy a 4 and the coppers would be quite a bit better. But you can also get real lucky and just never need it. It's certainly possible. Interesting. this doesn't really matter. So that's the question. We could kind of split the difference and just do one estate trash. Maybe this is fancy play. Like maybe I'm just overthinking it. That's certainly possible. Put the mountain village on top. And this is something. How much money will we get when we play the souk? This would be a little nicer if this was actually something else, right? Or if the vault was the vault was like an estate or something. That would be kind of good. We can, yeah, so we play this and then we play this. We'll get $4, $6. 6 isn't too exciting. So maybe we play the vault. And this should be probably just another haunted woods. Maybe not. Maybe it should have been like a lab. I don't know that the haunted woods attack matters so much. I mean, I guess it still hurts chorus right now. And the I mean, two seems reasonable. Whether that was the right by then, I don't know. It might have been better to go with lab there. We shall see. Or lab or in, maybe. Look at that. Okay. I can live with this. Should we get in or should we get Mountain Village? Or Fortress or something, rather. We're going to play the vault. I mean, we need another village. So it's... I mean, it may be a little better to have a... beautiful. So let's just toss this. I think we want to trash. So we do want to pick up one of the coppers. I believe. So I think we go Souk Village here. Maybe we start diversifying. Maybe we should have gone the fortress just on the back of getting museum points even. You know? I can believe that. I'm a little bit ahead. I think. This is a pretty good turn, though. Maybe not. Well, okay, yeah, they didn't find the vault, so that's going to be really bad. Vault and Souk bottom deck. That's actually just really unfortunate. I mean, it's not. I am going to miss something. Oh no, I'm not. I take it back. I think, again, I think we trash here. And I was thinking about lab, but maybe that doesn't make sense. Vault is actually probably a little more important. Okay. unless this is how it goes. I guess I'm going to toss to vault just to, because I'm paranoid now, because this is actually terrifying. This is actually terrifying. I'm going to scheme a village for the rest of the game. I'm so scared now. Is there still 2 estates? There's still, or not 2 estates. There's still an estate, few coppers. Wanted woods. Mm-hmm. I need labs. You just get one trash on the copper, which is interesting. I just know it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna find one. I'm so scared. Oh no. Oh no. Oh gosh. Phew. There's a bit of a play order issue though. We're not gonna draw the other one. We can't actually play all the Sooks. Maybe we don't trash here. We can get more money. Isn't unreasonable. I mean, we could trash here. What do we do if we do this and we draw copper? I mean, it's like last turn, right? We'd end with, oh, we're getting 3 here. It's similar to last turn. We're getting 3 here, and then we'd make, I mean, I'd be okay just even doing Souk Province. It trashes too, if I have enough money for that. We get 1, 2, 3. We draw copper. We'd have that. Then we need to, so we'd have 3. So we get 4, 4 and 5. No. 3 and 4. 3, 3, 4. We'd have 10. So that's not super good. I think we do it like this. Get more money this turn. Unfortunately, there was no way for us to get. I mean, we could do the single copper trash, but I'm not as into that. I guess we could have gotten. I guess we could have discarded. Another Souk and gotten more money. How much money is it difference? It's like $2 difference. Maybe just $1 difference. What does this give us? You know what? I just won't ask for this undo. I don't care. $1 difference. I mean, it would have got us another village, which would have maybe been okay. So we know there's a mountain village. In there now, so we can play the vault. I did mess up a little bit. I could have had $1 or $2 more. Well, it lowers both the souk plays by 1, but we play the copper, so it would be, I think, just $1. So I would have rather had another fortress than another scheme. Quite honestly. This is still pretty good. They had to play their vault quite early, which is bad. Maybe the scheme is better if I'm already set on villages. Maybe the scheme is better to top deck labs and stuff. Depending on how good this turn is for Chorus, I may be able to stop and do another souk one. Another souk trash. Like if we can province souk trash by a village, then probably do it. I never really noticed that souk doesn't reveal the hand, which is interesting. We are going to have a little bit of a problem as we add provinces if we can't match them with lab buys. You don't, if you're at like exact draw or whatever, you don't quite see the deck. It's possible to miss things. If I don't trash further. Or just double provinces, I'll probably double province lab or double province in. I think I'll have that kind of money if I want it. Okay. What are the uniques? Why do I have more points? Should you trash all our estates? I guess that's it. It's the 3 estates and the 2. Well, that would be 5. This is just 4 points. Oh, right. I trashed one of mine. They've trashed 2 more estates than me, and they don't have any estate. Okay. Just single provinces. If I can double and double, that's going to be pretty good. Double province lab, it probably just wins. And also your money goes up, which is cool. We should just send it all, shouldn't we? We get 5, 6, 7. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 5, 6, 7. So we get $24. That's a pretty good amount of dollars. I don't think there's real need to do trashing again. We were overdrawn by 1, so this technically works. If we see the cantrips, otherwise we can bottom deck some stuff, but even bottom decking stuff, I think we're have at least double. So. Doubles should just be easy. Double may be in hand even, actually. Also, she can't draw next turn. I mean, it's not guaranteed anyway. Pillage would have been maybe interesting here at some point. I don't know. It's a bit of a hard sell. I mean, the nice thing here is that the duchies are like good points, at least. Probably not beating double province good points, but well, the first one's good points. I guess the rest aren't such good points. Yeah, I unfortunately don't think that this beats double at all, like ever. In the Sioux, we have enough of the villages now. Right. Happy to take that one too. We gained a lot of 5-2s. This is fawning. 5-2s where it looks pretty bad. Well, it was good last. I think it was fine. I think the vault was actually pretty good last time. I was also quite lucky to draw it. Even though cheap Hana Woods looked very good, I drew the vault right after she played Hana Woods, so that was pretty big. That was quite lucky for me. This unfortunately. Do I do a charm? This is a pain. I kind of hate this. Like I have to buy a villa. Oh, I don't have to. Maybe you wait till the next turn to buy the villa. There's all this Villa Owl stuff. I didn't even mind charm enough to do double 3. I can at least buy a 4. Guess I'll just buy a hideout. I don't know. The monkey stuff's going to be a little annoying, to be sure. Like next turn, if I have 5, probably do the villa stuff. This is just gonna get ugly. I'll probably do a 4 too. I mean, 5 would have been nicer, but I'm just trying to get to the hideout and the charm, and guess what? Hideout or the charm. Either one would have made this like meaningful. But nope. That's not the world we're living in. Not by a long shot. Unfortunately. Really get a monkey here or something? They at least did not. Okay. Just one. This is obscene. I just wanted $3. I draw all the estates. This is 4 coppers. These are nightmare. I'm not even like that. I'm not doing that bad, but like, I just wanted to get the double 3. There was a chance to get double 4. I don't know if that would have been all that good, but I just wanted a shot at it, and instead we get this absolute nonsense. And the bad thing is, like here, I almost have to do the villa thing again just to see something. Even though I'm sure we'll just find absolutely nothing. Oh, look, it's my 3 estates. Okay. Well, this was at least understandable. Yeah, I don't know what you do here. Because you have to gain them cards or draw them cards. Potentially a lot of cards. I guess you just race to be faster or be more ahead on the monkey stuff. Maybe have more monkeys in play, so you can do the market square stuff better. It all builds very big, but the pace of it is kind of weird. My only advantage right now is I have the trashing. And it can also just pile out really quickly. It's like, who's going to be enough ahead that all this draw gets somebody through? None of this is good. Like, I'm going to draw them their deck before it's even there. And then they'll probably do the same for me the next turn, but what do we do? Oh, I hate it. You have to unlock like better payload than they have. Is that possible? Or am I too far behind? Look, I trash 0 states, right? We both trash 0 states. They get hands of 6 treasures into the villa stuff. Okay, I don't have that many treasures at this point, but oh brother. We only draw 2 if we don't put these coppers down now. This doesn't allow us to get another monkey in play. Probably. We probably just won't have the money for it. We could get to, well, okay. If we could get to the charm, maybe it works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, if we get to the charm, maybe it works. But there's still 2 estates down here. Two estates, charm, copper. I don't know if there's a way for me to get the monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're short a couple dollars. This estate we're charm, like this is actually still this 5 copper charm here. This is not okay. That was even worse than what it could have been. It was somehow worse than all of the options, I think. There probably is a way to get a monkey, but then the sad thing is you'll reach a point where you want to do the estates, but that's going to draw them cards. I think I'm just too far behind. Like there you want to have gotten a second monkey down. Would have been the thing. It could have been nice. Potentially nice. I guess the upside right now is they're not getting a whole lot of payload. I mean, they didn't add any payload. They're just getting draw advantage, which is going to matter eventually, but at least at the moment, it's not a huge deal. What can we do here with this amount of money? We can at least get the monkey, I guess. I wish I had enough to do something else, but so now I'm just drawing them their old deck. Then I play a monkey, and then okay. Let's see how the payload stuff goes here. It is a thing. Once the monkeys are gone, then they're just gone. Maybe Horse gets almost all the monkeys here or something. Certainly it's possible to just get all the monkeys here. Which would leave me in a sad spot. Maybe that was always the game monkey split. That classic game. I could believe it here, because well, I mean, unless they sneak a 3 pile on you, that's the fear, I guess, of maybe being a little behind on payload. It's if they do the 3 pile. Or if they can 3 pile, not that they're not guaranteed at all. But. Okay. This is sort of interesting. This isn't playing for more monkeys. Just playing for more charms. Also, the villas are about to go, which will change Horse's deck a fair bit. Guess maybe not way worse than mine. It's not, the trashing isn't actually all that different. So maybe I'm full of it. There's a lot of draw here. Maybe you're supposed to just not care. And just build. The villa stuff will be gone soon. Maybe I should make it disappear on my turn. Okay. Okay, let me think. I could get the rest of the monkeys. Does that matter? I don't know. To me. Can't really. Well, I mean, I probably can, but. We have 6. We have 7. 7 would let us go. Either monkey, double market, square. Can we draw it though? They don't have any. I mean, if I'm going to draw them that many cards, it's already going to be the whole kit and caboodle. This is pretty annoying. So what do you look for here? Do you get 2 market squares or do you get 2 monkeys? And then here you can draw a couple things. Draw them their deck. Nobody has real draw. And I left, probably there's a pile out. Like, hopefully there's a pile out. Like, surely. let there be. There must be, right? Like, you can play, they only need 9-ish gains, and you can chain a lot of them. Or the charms, even. The estates, I guess you need points. I'm just going with that it piles. I think our hope here is that course goes for a pile out, and they mess it up, and then there's a really easy pile out for me. I think that's our best shot here. I'm gonna guess that there is for sure a confirm pile out here, given that I left a villa, mainly just because I left a villa, right? So she has like, it's probably not even hard. I'd say that, I mean, I don't know, but like you can do double charm duchy, like you can get your points to duchy, gain 2 charms, and play all your cash and whatever. And that's still a lot of stuff to gain though. It looks doable to me, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. A lot of these are I mean, like 5 of these are coppers, 2 estates, and a curse. So like 14 of these cards are actions thingies, useful cards, 2 charms, a bunch of villas. And course she could also just maybe like take the villa to remove that option and buy like 2 provinces, you know, something like that. So that draws me deck too, so maybe not. I'm going to say surely there's a pile out, but I don't know. Maybe there's just too much money left. Well, if you had like a Swamp Shacks in deck already, you could maybe chain more gain and play on the golds. As it is, it's like a little bit hard to do that. Just go straight to the villa, so not going for pile out. Interesting. Wonder if I can get the estates, like the curses. Curses looks not the play. If you don't buy anything else here, I don't know. Okay, she did buy Swamp Shacks. Okay. That's pretty good. We still have a gold and a copper, I guess, down in here. There's no way I can pile. I don't think. I have 8 buys, but I need like 10 buys. I do have 10 buys. I guess if I have $22, I can just win. I don't think I have $22. Interesting. $22 would win. And I don't have $22. Of course, didn't add any gains. That's not true. Of course, it added villa. Okay. I think I want to draw them cards. What's the situation here? We have I don't want to draw them that many cards anyway. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's another gold. 10, 14. We can double province. We want. Question is, do we want this gold? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13. 10, 14, 14, 18. $18 from top. I'm not sure I want the swamp shacks. This one's kind of wild because we don't draw. I thought we would just be drawing deck the whole game, but like now we're not. My advantage is I have 2 golds. I know that Chorus can easily. Chorus has villas, but they're not very. Villas look a lot like coppers now. They're not super efficient money. What the swamp shacks though? That's Chorus's advantage. The swamp shacks. That's fair. That's pretty good. The journeyman province thing is interesting because you actually net. You net a card of draw. So like in theory, I can gain a gold and play it this turn. Whether that unlocks anything for me, I don't know. But it is true. As far as it goes, it's truth. It's a true fact about the universe. 8 coppers. And I had 3. So she has 5. 4. And she has 8 gold. And double province. We'll make it so that I can't double province. Unfortunately, this is a bad duchy dancing board too, because you know then you draw them all these cards. I also don't know if my copper trash in the last one takes me away from being able to ever get to triple. It may do so. Like if I had just not trashed the copper here, could I have tripled? I certainly can't now, but I mean, but whether we have the draw for it, I don't know. It doesn't look like we have the draw for any of it, to be honest. I mean, we can try single province, nothing, and see if they get there. Get to double. What was the amount for the estate pile out? 22. And I can technically get $22. Well, technically is probably not the word, but you know what I mean. If we were gonna stop, we could stop now. Because we know there's a journeyman down in the next hands, which is nice. We're just gonna single province. There's not like a big incentive to go on. But can we draw? We have. There's no way. I mean, I don't have draw. So maybe we stop. I mean, what's down there is some coppers and villa and journeyman, but we have the monkeys. It's what we want. We could trash another copper. What does it look like if we single and they go like single duchy? We should be able to beat that. If they go single duchy. The only thing I might buy now is the swamp shacks, right? So we get 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like if we hit 8 that way, that would be okay. Or 12, I mean. But that does draw them more cards, which I don't really... I'm a little bit loath to do. Well, that is bad. Journeymen draw 3. And then there's no other cantrips down in here. So, but we might as well. Well, we could get one more gold, I guess, but I don't think that's the play. So like 2 villas. The villas aren't that good. What is the last card? So now we could do. I guess we could get a bunch of duchies. Charm. I don't know. This all becomes funny because then Chorus is in a similar situation where whether they want to draw or not. I shouldn't have played that hideout. I mean, I got to trash a copper, which is okay, but it did take the journeyman out of there, so that wasn't great. I mean, the other thing about drawing now is you may not get both your monkeys down. Also, is possibility to whiff on that. I mean, I don't know what they have in hand. They could have another journeyman and a swamp shacks for all I know. In which case, they're just gonna make it. But if you have the draw cards in hand, you're guaranteed. But that's promising. You could buy nothing, I guess. Though you do run a risk. You probably do buy nothing, actually. Province is really bad. Duchy is pretty bad. You can maybe go single duchy. Because what does this just become then? We just like trash coppers and try to play our 2 monkeys and stare at each other. See who misses on the monkeys first. Province duchy seems really scary to me. Just loses if I draw. There's a real drawback to the provinces now. The journeyman not really doing anything for you. Okay, I don't think that's correct, but it may work out. You certainly have found. This isn't really the hand you want. What's the order though? I don't know. I mean, there are 3 journeymen, and okay, so now there's a state and province left. Maybe we can play the hideout and see if we draw one of those kinds of cards, and then I mean, if we find the journeyman, we make it. But so we have 2 golds, 4 villas, 14. We still have 16. We only need 15. This is just guarantees now. Do I not have $14? Oh wait, this is, why am I so confused? Can't add. I think Kors shouldn't buy the province and the duchy there. I think that's wrong. I don't know exactly how it should go. It's kind of weird, but I don't like it. I don't like the province duchy. What do we have? Oh, there's a frigate board. I didn't even see it. Okay, a frigate. Frigate, and there's no... I guess you can play frigate caravan. Is that a thing? Just try to have golds. Have silver and gold. Is Honey Party frigate okay? That's probably not that bad. As far as this kind of thing could go, is probably not that terrible. If you have golds, there's unfortunately not like a terminal. Oh yeah, frigate. Yeah. Yeah, like if you have like frigate hunting party stack is probably okay. If I had to guess. Like caravan should be pretty safe. I mean, like okay anyway. That's interesting. Yeah, this probably works fine. HP frigate. You're just trying to find the frigate, try to play a gold and a silver. I mean, it'll be worse than a normal hunting party stack, but like, it's not non-functional as far as that goes. As far as like the searching and the filtering goes, it's much worse, but it does some things. Okay. Very different. We have very different reshuffles. I'll go ahead and say that. I don't want to belabor the point too much, but those were very different reshuffles, which is okay. Obviously, I'm going to win by the estate points. It's my move. Those were very different. I mean, I guess if it takes them long enough to be playing for you, you have time to even do fair and buy like a couple hunting parties and things. Maybe, like, I don't know. It's possible. They also turn 5 draw the... Well, that's not so unlikely given they got to play the Sentinel turn 4, but that's brutal. Actually, it is kind of unlikely, right? Because they had 3... That is brutal. I don't know about the war chest, because eventually it's kind of in the way of draw. In a way that I think is not super good. Certainly the first couple plays are fine, and you'll always have the hunting party versus caravan thing. So I don't think it's bad per se, but whether it maybe from Chorus's position you're like, I'm just winning. You think I can play with the war chest? I think that's reasonable. They just buy whatever. I mean, I guess we'll stop the frigate first. I'm sure they'll gain a hunting party, and then they'll be able to buy it later on. No. They'll be fine. For sure. I think I'm not. Do I keep the estate? I'm really tempted. But I'm really tempted to keep the estate, which is maybe just like super fancy play syndrome. But I am very tempted. Now here, the war chest name absolutely doesn't matter, excepting whether I want to try and prevent them from getting 2 of something. Otherwise, I can't hold anything off here. Clearly. I think you do fair. I think fair is like a bridge too far. You think you just hunting party. You could take gold. I guess maybe I should have blocked frigate, though if they get gold, that's the unique thing, the frigate gold. That's a point. That's a point in favor of naming frigate. Anyway, they take a hunting party, so in the end it's kind of immaterial. You're gonna discard, I guess, Sentinel Copper and stop, probably. Well, you might want to try and get a gold. You could discard the war chest. You could discard the war chest and then get a gold. Well, then it doesn't matter so much. Maybe that'll make sense. I'm coming around on the war chest. I thought they didn't have... Oh, it was the other card. Oh, okay. That's fine. I probably would have bought a gold. Or no, I did the thing that time. That time I stopped it. I'm so smart. Guess we try and draw a frigate. Okay. Well, that sure absolutely did not work. in any way, shape, or form. The war chest also has island duchy at the end of the game, so that's not nothing either. Unfortunately. This is a funny board. I definitely hate it, but it is pretty funny, and that's worth a lot too. You know? I think sometimes this board is hilarious doesn't get enough appreciation, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We should probably toss this away. Like, I mean, sure, it's a nightmare kind of environment. Actually, it's actually not a nightmare. Their war chest was just good. They had it was actually a fine kingdom. They just had a very, very, very good reshuffle. And I think they're playing it really well. So she just got the war chest and then went to town. And so it just looks nice. Nicely played. I was kind of out of it from the reshuffle, but I'm a fan of the options, so I don't think she's gonna miss. I wonder if a guide makes sense at some point from the war chest gain, you know, just to shore that up a little bit. But oh well, we do have a whiff. We have what in the business we call a whiff. I don't play my caravans, but whatever. This is probably a whiff from me. That's an incredible reshuffle, though, because she has a lot of hunting parties. And that's really unlikely. So that was pretty stupid. You literally bottom decked like 3 hunting parties, silver, gold, war chest, frigate. That's actually stupid. So if I win this game, I'll go ahead and say it. Dominion is unfair and unjust, which we already knew. But it's something to consider. I wonder if you start taking the islands. The islands can be an issue too, though, so there's a risk there. I do wonder about the guide. Right, she could have gotten a guide earlier and then rescued that turn. She goes straight for the duchy. I would be a little bit, would be like a little bit afraid of the duchy. I don't get my frigate down here, so. That's a bummer. I was always going to have a not good hand. My caravans were kind of messed up. There was a world where this is a frigate instead of an estate, and then I might win the game. Maybe. I can take a duchy. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't help me win. Probably not the buy, actually, to be honest. I don't know that there is a buy. This is just like super easy. Play a bunch of caravans, get a nice war chest. Everything comes in up chorus. Yeah, I mean, there was like a window there where if I could stack my deck, I could maybe win, but we're definitely not living in that world anymore. Because this is like, this last card is like a province or something. It's like province or copper. It's not a card that can get me to 8. So usually takes island and goes for the real lots of uniques in the old hunting party deck. Now in theory, this reshuffle, it was a caravan, okay. In theory, the reshuffle there's like a world. Not a likely world, but a world. I still kind of would like to have seen a guide at some point for chorus, just because like that full dud hand feels like the only like losing condition. I mean, this hand could actually get stuck without the money, potentially. It's pretty unlikely. Well, no, now you have quite a bit of the junk. Just the gold and the copper, or the silver's still in there, so it's guaranteed. The silver will be drawn here at the bottom, so they will hit province for sure. I would like to get extremely lucky, have them dud, and have me win. How does anybody else feel about that world? I'm just like taking questions about that. Like, how does anybody else feel about that particular world? This is kind of tough. This isn't exactly the hand composition you want here for this situation. You might still find a hunting party or the gold, or hunting party into the gold. That's certainly possible. In fact, now it's pretty much guaranteed. So it does get there. Well, this one I was pretty much lost. From the whoa. How do I write? Boom. Final score update. First game hurt. First game really hurt. Though I think like the monkey game I was pretty lucky to win. So I got some luck back. I don't think I was overly well. I think she played well, and I just kind of got the edge on the 4 versus the 2. But certainly the first game was super winnable. I was probably favored, but bad draw. And then this last one, I was super unfavored after the... Let's do an exercise in pointlessness. Let's load up. Wait, that can't be it. Here it is. Let's load up the... I don't know how far back we need to go for the bot to not mechanically pile out, but... Apparently that's far enough. Apparently the bot just doesn't know how to do the pile out because it's Raddington, and you know, what can you do? So this is our world, right? We're looking at this hand. Wow, this is a nice hand. Okay, I guess we keep it. Oh wow, okay. So now our only hope here is to do this. We'll just play all these highways first because we're cheating. This may not even get to it, even though the Ironmonger reveal at that point is quite good. No, we still don't do it. It doesn't find the workshop in time. So the last card here is nobles and iron or nobles and workshop. I guess to be fair, this does double province and get the astrolabe down, so maybe that's okay, right? Because then, of course, we'll have to do something which may or may not work out. Yeah, the draw here is not consistent. I didn't have very many ironmongers. So of course, it's double province now. This doesn't quite work either. Well, let's see. Of course, it's double provinced in retaliation. Well, no, they couldn't just double province. That would be scary. But maybe that doesn't work. Because double province, I could certainly win. You could have added another gain in the previous turn. No. Well, yeah, you could chain a gain. She could potentially have, but she would still have to double province. If she doesn't double province like this, she's single province duchy. Then I can empty highways and I can gain the duchy, and that's enough. And if she's doubled province, then I can just province and end it. We actually do win from this position. But we dudded, so we'll never know. So there was an out, I guess, if I had played the order of this stuff is wrong differently. I don't know how to say whether this is like wrong. Like obviously the first two are forced. Okay. But then when you reach this point, like I don't know if there's any logic. Sometimes there is with like Wishing Well and Herald. I don't know if there's any logic to. You could kind of treat it like a herald hit and say that you want your Ironmonger looking for nobles as the last play. I think that's probably as strong an argument as you can make here. And that makes sense. If you treat the nobles reveal like a herald hit, then you probably want to play the Ironmonger last. The issue with the Ironmonger is it also does filter, like you can discard bad cards. And at this stage I already had plus action, so that's the problem is like if you had, well, okay, but if it's nobles on at the end, then you still are better off just leaving the copper. Let me think this through. There maybe are some times where it matters, or where it makes sense. Like you're here. Okay, if your next card is, your top card doesn't matter. You're going to see it anyway. Your second card, if it's nobles now, then it's fine to play the highway or the Ironmonger either way. If it's all crud, then if the top three cards are all crud, then it doesn't matter. If the second card is crud and the third card is good, I guess the difference is if it's like another Ironmonger or an estate, then it can matter. Or if the third card's another Ironmonger, or if the second card is an estate, then yeah, then there's some chances where playing the Ironmonger first is better. You just have to figure out the balance of all of those things. Okay, well that's sort of an interesting situation. I didn't really resolve it in any way, but something to think about. Hope you enjoyed the match, and I will catch you all later.